Chat Podcast, the weekly podcast of MinnesotaVikingsChat.com, featuring me, your host, David Erickson, and with me today, Rick Birmingham from Minneapolis. Hey, Rick.
Hello.
And Adrian Perryman is not with us this week, so it's a Rick and I solo, or duo, I guess. The NFL draft starts on April 25 and goes, I think, 3 days this year. So for the next few weeks, we'll be discussing potential picks for the Vikings in their areas of need. And, of course, the Vikings, one area of need is glaring need is receiver. And so the Vikings have 11 picks, 2 in the first round. They have the flexibility to make some on our list is DeAndre Hopkins. So Hopkins comes out of Clemson. He's 6'1", 214 pounds. 33 and 3/8 arm length, 10-inch hands, good big hands. Runs a 4.57 40-yard dash, not as fast as the other two, but fast enough. Rick, what'd you think of Hopkins?
Best hands of the bunch, I thought, in just watching, not because they were large hands. I just thought, he was probably suited for outside, which is probably what we're looking for. But he's not going to be the burner down the sideline. He's considerably slower than Tavon. I don't know. I suspect well, at least when I was originally reading it, I'm thinking that's the kind of guy you wait for a second round to try and get. But then you look at the folks that are in this list, and there's probably 5 or 6 of them that they really want to get one of them, and maybe they'd have to. An advantage, he obviously is a good route runner, and we don't have the most precise quarterback. It would be good to have a guy with good hands, on those when we roll right, as we do a lot, and sometimes roll left. The receiver coming across is going to have to catch those low balls from Ponder and could really help him out a lot if he could catch those for 8 yards or 10 yards or 15 yards, whatever it is. He also was a punt returner. That was interesting. He had 200 catches. So he had considerably more experience, and I thought the video I recommended was from the Vikings world. I thought he or she, I guess, I don't know, did a really good job of putting together a video on him that's on your list.
Yeah, they do a great job at Vikings World. I've been impressed with their highlight clips, and get a chance to check them out. Do so, because you never know how long those are going to last with the NFL. Policing YouTube. Yeah, I think I had a lot of the same impressions with DeAndre Hopkins. He can throw the ball too, which we should point out that Cordarrelle also can throw the ball. So that's a nice little added dimension to the game that we haven't seen.
Sidney Rice all over again.
Right. Right, but with DeAndre Hopkins, he's sort of a Sidney Rice type of player in build and speed, because Sidney was not a burner. But if he's got the same type of game, he can get downfield and out jump a guy for a ball.
Yeah, that's Patterson to me though, with the 37-inch vertical.
Yeah. But he does seem to have Hopkins does seem to have the ability to outmuscle guys for the ball. He can catch the ball in traffic. He's said to be a good route runner and a physical blocker, which are 2 assets definitely in our offense. But also he seems to be more of a possession receiver than deep threat. So I don't know if you're getting a number 1 receiver with him.
He's Jenkins to me.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but he's a lot of people have the Vikings taking Hopkins with the 23rd pick. So there's a lot of people.
We have open spots. They can definitely play some of these guys.